Yes, sir! Hey, hey, get it up, get it up. We gotta do a show.
What?
We have to do a show.
How long have I been out?
A couple weeks? I don't know. You should read some words.
Man, I must have needed the rest. Okay.
Hey, I'm attacking the show! Welcome to Attacking the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. I'm Kevin Pereira, Candace Bailey. Candace Bailey's under house arrest by the Burmese government, but hey, look, Allison Hayslip is here!
We are coming to you live from the G4 studios in Los Angeles. All right, I'm awake.
You think we would have noticed you there for a couple of
I know,
months, but
right?
wow.
I was just really
The Twitter wall's distracting. On the show today, John Cho from a very Harold and Kumar 3D Christmas will be here live. Hopefully he brought his own herbal medication because I ain't sharing.
Yeah, we know
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
We know.
All for me. Plus, we send Blair Herter to Vegas to check out 3 super sexy driving machines.
Yeah.
Includes a Lamborghini with 13,000 horsepower.
What?
That's probably a lot more horsepowers than you have, so
Definitely
think about
more
that and your lack of horsepowers.
That's so many horsepowers.
Yeah.
That's a lot of horsepowers.
Several horsepowers more than I have.
Ooh, several horsepowers. All right, and in Gadgetron, we get our hands on the Main Gear Shift, which is a crazy fast gaming PC. I don't know if it has 13,000 horsepower, but it's got a lot. And really, when it comes to gaming, should you settle for anything less? No. Then in Sneakerheads, you've got some, wait for it, awesome sneakers.
What?
Finally, the power to turn your feet into Muppets or Tauntauns is at hand. Or foot,
That would
as the
look
case
bizarre.
may be. It's time now to run down the top 5 things on the web.
Would you like to go around the net?
I would love to.
All right. Settle down, gentlemen. Settle down, room full of dudes. And number 5.
There's one chick back there.
What?
2.
It's like an oasis.
I know.
A feminine oasis. Hello. I don't know how to speak to you. I'm just going to read words.
It's weird. I thought the vibe was a little different in here.
What? Yeah.
Too many vaginas.
What?
Too many vaginas in the room.
Is that what happens?
Yes.
Like too many D's on the dance floor?
Yes.
What happens? Do you get the peacock feathers come out and you guys start stabbing at each other?
No, it's not competition. You guys get all weird.
Oh, that's not hot.
Hormones start pouring out.
My version was way better. You were going
Peacock
to joust.
feathers.
Yeah.
Is that what a peacock does? I don't even know.
What'd you do? Yeah, that's exactly what I've read zoo books. That's exactly what peacocks do.
Yes, thank you.
Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
All right.
And number 5 today, one of life's most important lessons.
If you try to outrun the cops using parkour, you better be really good at parkour.
Here he goes!
I know you shouldn't try to explain logic to someone who's running away from the cops.
Right.
But where in your head is the SUV the path of least resistance?
Yeah,
where is that the most efficient
why run
route?
to the cop car? I don't even.
don't know.
And kid, look, I hate to break it to you, but it doesn't count as police brutality if you do it to yourself.
Yeah.
It's not going to hold up in courts at all.
The SUV took him out. Like, come on. That's not how it happened in
on that
Casino
thing.
Royale. I wasn't expecting that.
No. Damn.
Idiot.
All right, number 4 is proof that puppets make everything better,
Yeah.
even The Walking Dead. After the apocalypse, you're not really going to be able to communicate very easily.
It's true, especially if you're trying to talk to hero cop Rick Grimes.
Breaker, breaker, this is Mario. Rick, you said to stay on the line. Wanna know where to meet you, Rick?
I'm losing hope that you can hear
Rick!
me. But there's always that chance, isn't there?
I hear you.
I try to do everything right. Keep people safe.
Rick, take your finger off the button. I'm right here. I want.
The CDC was a dead end.
Stop talking, Rick.
And a man there. A scientist.
Rick, I have 5 minutes of battery left.
He told me
Rick, it's my.
it doesn't matter. What matters is we're moving on.
Rick Grimes, you're a policeman. You know how walkie-talkies work.
Just be safe.
I'm not God's sake, there's zombies!
Rick, signing off.
Take your finger off the button! Rick? Rick?
That was brilliant. That was basically my dad when he got his first Nextel.
Really? Just
That
would
was it.
not shut
Yeah, he
up?
wouldn't let go. Hey guys, so I don't know how this thing works. 15 minutes of just
It's
confused
working,
old
Dad.
Portuguese man
It
with an
is
Nextel.
working,
Yeah.
Mr. Pereira.
But that puppet was incredibly excitable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be sad when he finds out about the hand up his butt, because then
I mean, yeah,
that's a rough moment.
He's just getting paid to say things that someone else has written for him.
That's what I'm talking about. He may look happy, but he's just really an empty shell, controlled by corporate interests who dictate everything he says and wears and thinks. You can't trust him. You can't trust him at all. They're empty inside, these puppets.
How did we end up here?
We did not study in math. Yeah. Really.
Right. Yeah, me neither. And at number 7 today.
Three.
Sorry. Number 3. College? What? The return of one of our ATN favorites, the animator known as Syriac.
Hey, Syriac! For years, certain members of our staff have been trying to get adorable cat videos onto Around the Net, so congratulations. We finally did it.
That is not what I expected when you said a cat video was coming up.
I agree. The cat looked infected, by the way. And remember to spay and neuter. Don't forget. You ever seen something like that in real life?
Oh, for a second I was thinking Bob Barker, and I was like, yes, I've seen Bob Barker. What are you talking about?
You ever seen him transform into a cat?
Yeah, no, I haven't seen. What? A cat made out of cats?
Yeah.
No.
Did you
I've
go to
never seen
college?
that. Maybe.
It must have been a boring college. Was it a boring college? Is that why you never?
Yeah. Boring college.
Yeah. I've seen way weirder than that crap.
I'm sure.
But we'll get into that in another show. And number 2 today, we have a clip from a recent episode of everyone's favorite game show, Jeopardy!
Jeopardy! I'm just not sure this category is safe for TV.
If Andy yearns for Brenda and Brenda cares about Charlene, who pines for Andy, the three of them form one of these. Kara.
What is it, threesome?
No. Roger?
What is a love triangle?
Yes, that's it. Kara has obviously had much more experience than I.
Wow!
I call shenanigans. That was a valid and delightfully smutty answer, Trebek.
Yeah. When Trebek calls you a whore, he does it in a weird tone.
Right?
Yeah. I'm sure she gets around quite a bit, but whatever. She's probably been a daily double once or twice in her life.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
The daily double.
that's what I'm saying. And that woman deserves the money, because threesome, that was valid enough. I think that was a valid answer.
It's actually the first thing that popped into my head, too.
As it should have been, for similar reasons. But we cannot afford to just hand out $600.
No.
No, we can't do that. So we've arranged to give her 600 Attack of the Show bucks instead. That's pretty sweet, right?
Wait, I've never heard of those. What can you buy with that?
Mostly like plastic dinosaurs and temporary tattoos. And
Big plastic rings?
yeah. There's wax lips. Those are fun.
Little
And
balls
switchblade
with
combs.
the paddle balls?
Yeah. We have a compass that just has a water in it and a little air bubble.
I
It doesn't
need
work,
that.
but someone's gonna want that,
Definitely
right?
need that.
It's a pretty fun store.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still ahead, a reminder to avoid the outdoors at all costs.
Nature is the worst in our #1 ATN.
I want a little plastic guy with a parachute.
Oh, yeah, the little army. The little... I don't be able to sell that.
The American bison is the most proud and noble of North American herding animals. I mean, They certainly put the stupid Manitoban elk to shame, am I right?
Yeah. Stupid Manitoban
I mean,
elk.
Come on.
Silly elk.
Everybody knows that.
But as this clip from the BBC nature documentary Frozen Planet shows, even the bison isn't immune to the occasional bout of bad behavior.
Running head down, the herd's only thought is escape. A stroke of luck for the wolves.
Bison,
Amazing.
we here at Attack of the Show would like to congratulate you as a species because you are now officially a member of the Attack of the Show Dick Hall of Fame.
Now, I don't know if it's a chip on the shoulder from being almost hunted to extinction or being extra frustrated because the males and the females run in separate herds.
As they should.
Yeah, that would be annoying. But intentionally sacrificing a herd mate so you can run off is exemplary dickish behavior that needs to be rewarded.
You are now joining some very proud dicks, including eagles, who will regularly drop confused and helpless goats from unbelievable heights just to mess around with them before they pick over their carcasses.
Absolutely true. And let us not forget about my famous electric dildo racer, the
Can't forget that.
Widowmaker.
Oh, the Widowmaker.
It's a mobile mockery, a commentary, if you will, on both femininity and aerodynamic design
Yep,
concepts.
I remember that.
Quite a statement.
And of course, Dick Cheney, who served in the House of Representatives from 1978 to 1989.
Good company. For your work in sacrificing your fellow bison so you could live to stomp around on grass another day, we are hanging this bison head from the Attack of the Show rafters. Congratulations, bison! You've made it into the Dick Hall of Fame. So beautiful.
Are you crying?
You know the old saying, the kid with the most toys wins? Well, that winner grew up, traded in his G.I. Joes for hot rods with horsepower here at SEMA in Las Vegas. So if you're like me, chances are everybody in your neighborhood has a Lamborghini. I get it. However, if you want to do one better than your neighbors, look no further than Underground Racing and their super modded Superleggera. The LP1004 Superleggera takes this stock Lambo to the extreme with its modified twin-turbo engine. On regular gas, this baby pumps out over 1,000 horsepower. Add some racing gas, and you're looking at 1,300 HP. And all those horses start right here, and it's so shiny that if you look close enough, you can actually see what the owner is overcompensating for. Sitting on Nitto Invo tires and HRE wheels, the boys from Underground Racing say they hold the record for any vehicle in a 1-mile run, hitting a speed of 250 miles an hour. Can your neighbor's Lambo do that? So this Italian beast from Underground Racing is going to run you a cool $392,000, which is a good price point because $391 just sounds a little cheap. Do you remember that time that you made that super nice luxury coupe even more powerful and even more expensive? Oh yeah, that's right, it wasn't you. No, that was Harold Martin. This former stock caddy got the royal treatment from Harold Martin Technologies. It's called the V1000 because it's got 1,000 horsepower under its hood. This Ultimate Sleeper has a supercharged V8 engine, but you'd never guess it's anything more than stock. They didn't do a whole lot to the interior, but it's a Cadillac, so it already feels like I'm just slowly falling asleep in the arms of a chick way out of my league. Appearance upgrades include a front lip spoiler, side rocker panels, and rear deck lid. Sitting on 22-inch Asante rims, you could take out your date to a nice dinner, then drag race home. Martin Technologies is currently taking orders for this beautiful piece of machinery, and at $150,000, you should really only ask yourself one question. Do I need both kidneys? Hey, all you kids out there driving those fancy new Mustangs or fancy new Camaros, why don't you ask your dad what a muscle car looks like? He's gonna say this. stopping people in their tracks at this year's SEMA show is this 1969 Plymouth Roadrunner called the Road Rattler. The 528 Hemi engine spits out 790 horsepower, but add to that the onboard nitrous oxide system, and you get a 500 horsepower boost at the flip of a switch. So this car is so ridiculously fast, it needs a drag racing transmission. Inside is a custom-built roll cage, racing seats, 5-point restraints, and a myriad of switches. A Link O automatic tranny for drag racing and a digital dashboard race pack give the driver real-time feedback on the car. Because at 200 miles an hour, you're gonna need it. So to have everything you see here, it's actually quite easy to accomplish. You just need close to $1 million and 8 genius mad scientists. Money might not be able to buy happiness, but it sure can buy some ridiculously high performance vehicles like the ones we saw here today at SEMA 2011. But don't go anywhere, because tomorrow we're showing you more from the show floor.
Lots of cars. Still ahead, Barnes & Noble is joining the tablet wars. Sarah Underwood has all the details in the feed.
Show does.
And Sneakerheads has Tauntaun-inspired Nikes. And they thought they smelled bad on the outside.
Oh, and later, John Cho from a very heralded...
What happens next?
And now we're going to spend some time in a carpet warehouse. So, what happens next? Does the unsuspecting dude get knocked out by the forklift? Does he narrowly avoid getting knocked out? Or does the dude driving the forklift just crash into the carpet rack? We'll have the answer when we return.
So you can jump in him?
Yeah. Will you hold this part? Will you pull this part up? Thank you. Oh, there we go.
You want me to
That's what
get
I
in there?
wanted.
You got
it? Thank you, Kev. They fit now.
What happens next?
And now we're going to spend some time in a carpet warehouse. So, what happens next? Does the unsuspecting dude get knocked out by the forklift? Does he narrowly avoid getting knocked out? Or does the dude driving the forklift just crash into the carpet rack? You know, he shouldn't let his coworkers walk all over him like that. Carpet joke, what?
I don't know who they pay to do those voices for this show, but man, double that salary because he's bringing the fire.
Yeah. Guess what? Now we're going to bring you the news.
Oh, Sarah Underwood style.
Thanks, guys. Right now it's time to start the feed.
All the news you need to know. Feed.
It's Monday, November 7th, and here are your top stories. There's a new tablet in town, and it's Barnes & Noble's new Nook. The 7-inch tablet was announced earlier today and is being compared to Amazon's Kindle Fire because of the similar price point. But the Nook boasts double the internal storage and RAM. Plus, unlike the Fire, it has preloaded custom Hulu Plus and Netflix apps with what they say will be the deepest level of Netflix integration available on any tablet device. The price? $250. Pre-orders start now and they'll ship on November 17th. Now you've watched his commencement speech and keynotes over and over, but still need more jobs? Good news! Coming soon to a theater near you, Steve Jobs' The Lost Interview. The unreleased interview was taped just before he returned to Apple in 1997. Portions of it aired as part of PBS's 1995 miniseries Triumph of the Nerds, but the master tapes were lost soon after. However, the tapes were recently recovered and the full unedited 70-minute interview will screen at Landmark Theaters in 19 cities across the U.S. on November 16th and 17th. We miss you, Steve. And a truck in France was recently robbed and the culprits made off with over $500,000 worth of merchandise. The loot? 6,000 copies of Modern Warfare 3. The truck was making its delivery route in southern Paris over the weekend when the drivers were attacked by masked men who subdued them with tear gas. That kind of sounds like a mission ripped from the levels of the game, which begs the question, ingenious crime, or damn good viral marketing? You decide. And finally,
Sarah,
Oh.
I brought you that double bacon donut cheeseburger.
Oh, I didn't ask.
No,
for
you
this.
eat that. You eat that. What's up, bitches? I'm Harley from Epic Mealtime, aka Sauce Boss, aka Bieber of Bacon, aka Michael Jordan of Meat, with a public service announcement for you. Is your life lacking beef? Are you tired of serving puny fish sticks at your party? Well, you're in luck. Graphic. If you're in the LA area and want the meal for your bachelor party, your office potluck, or your little sister's quinceanera epic-eyes, or whatever else, then have I got some good news for you. Myself, Muscles Glasses, and the rest of the Epic Meal team are coming for you. And we're coming with bacon. We're coming with lots and lots of bacon.
I don't really
That is
think I
meat.
can
You eat
finish.
that meat. You eat it. So, for you, send us pictures, videos, panties, blood, whatever, and tell us why you deserve to be the one to have their epic meat dream come true. Just email the webmaster at g4tv.com and let us know what's up. I'm Harley, that's Sarah Underwood, and she's just been fed. Now go to those two.
Oh my God, epic! Epic!
I want that many AKAs after my name.
So good. Well, he's deserved them. Epic
I know.
Mealtime is.
I'd be like, Allison Hayslip, AKA Slippy, AKA Hey, AKA Blonde Chick. I don't know, not nearly
No,
as
that's good.
cool.
You nailed it. You
Not
did it.
nearly as
You did it.
epically mealtime.
Add 40 pounds of bacon and then call me. I heart you, Epic Mealtime. Thank you for that. And now, a gaming PC for those who really care about gaming.
Which is everyone, right?
Everyone I care about. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Main Gear Shift Superstock is here to kick your computing into high gear. Featuring blistering performance from Intel's Core i7 or Xeon processors, there's almost nothing that the Shift can't handle. If gaming is your thing, the Shift can put you into overdrive with double or even triple NVIDIA or ATI graphics cards. There's also no chance of running out of space thanks to your ability to add up to 12 solid-state hard-driving hard drives. You can take your victory lap in the Main Gear Shift starting at $1,900.
All right, we said this about the last Main Gear we reviewed, but the Main Gear Shift Superstock is friggin' monolithic.
Yeah.
Look at it. It's huge. It stands at 2 feet tall, about 9 inches wide, weighs nearly 60 pounds.
Yeah.
That is a heavy piece of machinery.
It's a quarter of a Snooki, yes.
Yes, about that.
I think. I don't know. That might be generous. I don't know. I really don't know. Either
Quarter.
way.
I'll go with
Yeah.
quarter. Yeah. Now, gaming PCs are generally bulky.
By the way,
so
even with all the fans, I would trust my genitals inside this thing way more than Snooki.
Oh, obviously.
Just while we're on the subject, right?
That's a no-brainer.
Okay, I just want to make,
All right,
make that clear.
Okay, what do we think about the Shift's design?
Well, here's the thing. We've seen Main Gear's PCs before. This one is just as sleek for as giant as it needs to be. I mean, it's 60 pounds, not because it's fun to fill things with sand, but because it's packed with a whole bunch of high-powered gaming,
It's not fun
components.
to fill things with sand?
Well, it can't. It depends on what you're filling and how much sand you have,
Okay.
and how crying the children are.
How crying the
I'm
children
assuming
are.
you're taking the sand from their box. I'm sorry. But the thing, it's all about cooling efficiency, and you can choose between different chassis, internal finishes, the LED lights for an additional price. The glass panel's a nice touch.
With the G4 on it.
Yeah, right? So you know this thing's...
Sexy G4
So you know
panel.
the machine is packed with cops and cheaters. What?
18 hours at least.
But the components are rotated 90 degrees, and it's done for they do that for a reason. It actually gets the cool air entering from the bottom and heats it out the top. And I think
heat
there's
rises.
some sciencey stuff behind
We
that.
learned that when we're like 5.
I went
right?
to public school, so again, I think there's some sciencey stuff behind it.
Yeah.
But it sounds awesome.
Now, it looks sleek and efficient,
Yeah.
but how easy is it to configure?
Super easy. All the ports are on top. You just unscrew the top plate. The panels are easy to remove. The wires, they're all neatly bundled in the back,
I
as
like
you'll see
neatly
there.
bundled
Look at that,
wires.
nice and tucked out of the way. Like a ladyboy. You can install up to 12 solid-state drives, which are easy to swap with the flick of a latch. You literally just pull it down, pull it out, and slap it in.
That's what he said.
Yeah. That was pretty much it. I mean,
Now, you can fully customize your own Main Gear PC through their website with all the bells and whistles,
Yeah.
but can it play games?
oh. can it play
Oh, it
games,
can.
Allison Hayslip? You can run any and every game you throw at it.
Yes.
Multiple games at the same time.
No,
Go nuts with
really?
it. Here's Battlefield 3. These are on high settings right here. The textures look sharp.
It's like I'm in the war.
Everything's smooth.
I'm in the war.
You get drafted when you double-click the icon. Someone puts a frag grenade in your hand and wishes you good luck.
Yeah.
Everything is smooth. There's no lag. As you can see, the shadows are deep and black with anti-aliasing. There is none. There's no jaggedness. I mean, it's really, this is as good as it gets in terms of a PC gaming experience.
Now, in terms of performance, how does the Shift compare to other gaming PCs?
So glad you asked. 3D Mark Vantage tests scored higher than anything we've ever reviewed in the past year.
Wow.
This configuration runs on Intel Core i7 processors. They're overclocked. It's running on 8 gigs of RAM and 3 NVIDIA video cards.
What?
Yeah, because 2 was clearly not cool enough.
Obviously.
Now we
More
slap in
video
a third.
cards.
Yeah.
All right, so this main gear Shift configuration right here will set you back $4,800.
Yeah, it's a beefy rig.
$4,000 of that came from putting the G4 logo on it.
Pretty much, yeah. It was a licensing fee. It's worth that much.
Yes, exactly. So at this price, what are
Love
we
you.
rating it?
Keep the lights on. 4 out of 5 is what we're giving it. One of the fastest PCs we've reviewed. It's still expensive though, and so we got to knock it down a little bit. You could try to build your own PC with parts from Newegg or something like that, but keep in mind you're paying for the cooling efficiency and the simple and clean design, and you're paying someone else to do it for you.
Yes.
Which is the
'Cause,
American way.
Let's be honest, we're just lazy.
Yeah. That's it for today's Gadget Prom. But if you have a gadget you'd like to see us rate, email us at gadgetpron@g4tv.com.
Okay, you've waited your whole life for it, and now it's finally here.
Puberty!
No. A movie based on the video game Tekken.
All right!
That's right, you'll finally be able to see your favorite Tekken characters battle for domination in a post-apocalyptic gladiator ring.
Tekken premieres November 26th on G4. It's one of G4's movies that don't suck, and that is not just a catchy slogan. I hear you saying nay over there, my friend.
Nay.
That is a promise from G4 to you. They promise you that Tekken is a movie that does not suck. Head over to facebook.com/G4movies for the trailer.
Stay tuned, John Cho will be here live.
Oh my God, I'm gonna ask him questions. He's going to answer them.
Questions.
What?
Fail. You're dead. Major fail. Fail. Fail, 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 fail. You lose.
You know, nothing really says Christmas like a friendly game of beer pong. We did it! We saved the disco! Please welcome back John Cho, everybody!
Yeah! Man, I love watching me. Yeah.
That was the thing. I feel bad. I'm like, John, we have to start the interview, and you kept saying, no, let it run. Let me watch my work.
Let me watch me.
Yeah.
I may have an erection right now. I'm sorry.
And I don't blame you. You
Okay,
join
yeah.
quite an illustrious group here that's had erections on the stage. When you watch yourself back, what's the best part of watching you?
The radiance of the skin.
I don't know what the regimen is, but it must take hours out of your day.
Several.
Yeah.
Yes, it's intense. It's intense. And a team of people. I have a lot of servants that tend to my skin.
Is it like a Coming to America thing, rose petals wherever you go, and then someone is just constantly pumicing?
Yes. Heavy pumicing. This is weird. You know a lot about skincare.
I might have. I know a lot about you, John. In fact, now, how did you? I don't know how you spent opening weekend. I'm assuming you went and did you watch the movie with the crowd or?
Yeah, Cal and I went to the Saturday night screening at the Burbank AMC, so that was sexy. And
so you guys went together though, so this was a package deal.
It was a package deal, and we sat in the back of the theater and watched it with the crowd, which is fun because premiere night is a lot of industry people, and you're not really sure if you can take their laughs seriously. But
sure.
So the crowd went nuts. It was great. A lot of spontaneous applause. It was fun. It was cool.
And was there a contact high at all at this audience? I don't know how late.
I swear to God, I said, are you high? Because I smelled so much weed.
Did you really?
I thought somebody was smoking like in the theater, and there's like I didn't see any smoke. Maybe people were just had it on their clothes. It smelled of. But it's okay. You don't have to smoke weed. You can go to the theater. You're not gonna get mugged. It's not criminals only in the theater. But that particular screening, the Burbank AMC 10:45 showing, was filled with with cannabis.
So yeah, so was the 9:45 and the 8:45 and the 3:30 and the noon. They were all filled with stoners.
It was.
Why do you guys have your own strain? Is there a Harold and Kumar medicinal grade thing?
No, I.
Do you still get from a dealer? Is that rude of me to assume that you have a card? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be presumptuous.
We get offered so much weed though on the street. Just like little.
Like a Cinnabon free sample?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
like,
John,
like Hickory Farms. Just, but not to sully the good name of Hickory Farms. But
no, their products are much more enjoyable on some medicinal grade stuff,
and much
though.
more savory.
Yeah.
I'm starting to thinking like an Overstock.com for weed. just
for your hand-me-downs?
Yeah, from the hand-me-downs. It's crazy.
But what about a waffle bot? Do these things exist? For those who haven't seen the movie, the waffle bot is I mean, if it's not at a Brookstone, I'm going to make the damn thing because they're amazing. They're little plastic robots that spit out waffles for you with maple syrup on them.
Right. It
And
talks.
it's a big part of your movie.
Yeah, it's an affectionate waffle-making machine.
It binds to you like the kid from AI.
Yes. The studio tried to make one, but failed. It was dangerous. It kept exploding.
What?
Couldn't make the thing hot enough. Yeah, 17 men lost their lives. It's like the Empire State Building. This waffle bot.
Those are men that could have been pumicing your face.
Yes.
How dare the waffle
dare
bot
they?
take them out with its syrup?
Now I'm upset.
I don't want to spoil too much of the movie because now they know there's a waffle bot. They know that there's an epic beer pong match. But I do have to ask about the prosthetic penis.
Yes.
Because I have to.
Yes.
Do you have any say in this, in the design of this? Did you get to pick yours? Did some art department guy come to you for a fitting?
I would have asked for a giant dong, but
You wanted it to scale, which is only fair.
I was asked to weigh in on the coloring of the penis, so I got an email with I think 3 penises. One was like a Powder's penis. It was
like just spoons would magnetically draw to it.
It was just
so
it
white.
was so pale. I said, I'm a man of color. There's something very wrong if my penis is this color.
They have to provide the spectrum.
Yes,
They don't know.
so,
Okay.
I picked the one in the middle. Yeah.
I just imagine you printing out the email and just going through swatches. No, I mean, I don't know if this is. Does this evoke me, sweetheart? It's awesome. What about there's got to be another one, right? You guys hint at the next film in this film.
If our rabid fans demand one, who are we to deny them?
I think they will.
Yeah.
I mean, I demand it personally, and I'm one of them.
I like your
So I hope it
style.
comes back. And then I have to ask Star Trek.
Yeah.
Last time you were here, I asked you about it, and unfortunately, you couldn't say much. There wasn't a whole lot.
Yeah.
So just unload all the facts and figures. Give us all the dirt.
I just saw on your news feed that Benicio del Toro is in it. Is that? I just saw it in the dressing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about sharing.
We purposely fill our ticket with lies, so this could just be. I have no idea what's scrolling right there, but that's total BS.
If this is true, I'm really excited to be sharing an IMDb page with Benicio del Toro.
Done.
And let me just start this right now. I want to start a campaign to oust Kevin Bacon from the 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon game and replace it with John Cho. Because Kevin Bacon is too big for his own friggin' game.
He's in everything. He's connected to everything.
It's no trick to connect any actor to Kevin Bacon. He's been working for, 84 years?
Yeah. That's fair.
The challenge is to connect me to De Niro.
Wow. I like what you did there. And you know what? I'm proud to be 1 degree away, sir.
Ooh, sexy.
There we go. John Cho, everybody. Thanks for coming on, buddy. So good to see you.
Thank you.
Go see a very Harold and Kumar 3D Christmas. But now, let's see what Allison is up to. Allison.
Kevin Bacon number 2, John Cho number 1.
Yeah.
Now it is time to attack this awesomely craptastic stuff. Donuts. Do you ever wish you could make these delicious little pastries without having to actually learn how to bake? Yes. Well, now you can with the automatic mini donut factory. Small enough to fit in your kitchen counter, this little guy can make up to 30 donuts per batch. All you have to do is pour in the donut batter and voila, 90 seconds later, you have perfectly shaped golden brown donuts to share with your friends. Or not. Pick up the mini donut factory online for $100, a small price to pay for non-stop deliciousness. Work is hard. And sometimes even the best of us need to take a little power nap, am I right? Like the beginning of the show? Yes. But falling asleep at your desk is so uncomfortable. Well, thanks to the Ostrich Pocket Pillow, sleeping through the workday has never been easier or more strange. Inspired by the ostrich's legendary habit of sticking its head in the sand, its snug cave-like interior ensures a comfortable nap, as long as not being able to breathe doesn't worry you. Sadly, the lazily employed can't get their hands on this yet, as it's still in just the prototype stage. And finally, are you fed up with the ho-hum mediocrity of everyday printing? Mm-hmm. Would you like to spice up those memos and documents? Yeah! Why not try printing them on toilet paper? This do-it-yourself printer was created as part of a German hardware hacking contest. Made entirely of recycled printer parts, it was originally designed to print tweets and Facebook updates, but don't let that keep you from printing your next novel on 2-ply. Go to mariolucas.de to find detailed step-by-step instructions and make your own poo paper printer. Head on over to g4tv.com/AOTS for info on all of these craptastic items and more. Still ahead, just in time for their return to the big screen, we've got Muppet Adidas and Star Wars Tauntaun Nikes. Yeah.
Coming up tomorrow on an all-new Attack of the Show. Mickey Rourke will be here as evil King Hyperion from the action epic The Immortals. Then Morgan Webb is here to review one of the biggest games of the year, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 in Game Break. And Chris Gore reviews the R-rated comedy The Change-Up, Mortal Kombat Legacy, and the final Harry Potter film on DV Doomsday. See it tomorrow.
The great painters of the 19th century found inspiration in nature.
Today, sneaker artists look to Star Wars.
Whether you use them for running, work, or playtime, shoes are the perfect way to show off your passions. So here are 3 great pairs for all of you sneakerheads. We've got a little less than a month until the Muppets return to the big screen. And what better way to celebrate than with these Animal high tops? Called the original AR 2.0 Animal, these Adidas skate shoes are made of solid black suede and leather, and they have Animal's classic orange fur lining the inside of the shoe. The crazy drummer's face is stitched into the tongue and has a pair of drumsticks etched into the side. They are then topped off with a removable studded leather strap across the front, making these must-have kicks for all of you Animals. Whether it's time to play the music or light up the lights, you can pick up these Animal kicks over at Rakuten.co.jp for about $195. But if you prefer your furry animals to be more of the galactic variety, then you'll want to check out these Tauntaun Nikes. Inspired by the resident repto mammals of The Empire Strikes Back, these SB highs have been colorized to mirror the classic Snow Rider. These sneaks are made of fringed gray leather and are highlighted with light blue suede and topped off with a brown Nike swoosh. Each set comes with 2 pairs of laces in brown and gray and are finished off with the Nike logo sewn into the tongue. While there isn't a price for these Tauntaun kicks, these limited edition sneaks are expected to drop later this month at selected Nike retailers. And finally, it's been 25 years since Run DMC released their 1986 hit, My Adidas. And to celebrate, the classic shoe company is remixing these superstars of the 80s with a hip-hop twist. The year 1986 has been stitched into the side of the shoe, while the band's logo is printed in the footbed of the shoe. The letters JMJ have been pressed onto the back in memory of the group's late DJ, Jam Master Jay. Each pair will also come with 3 pairs of laces, a collectible box, and a gold-plated chain lace lock. These Run DMC lows will be limited to less than 2,000 pairs and will be available November 11th at select shoe stores. So there you go. Whether music, furry animals, or both, we've got you covered with all the latest kicks.
Is no one else concerned about the Muppet shoes looking like they're lined with skinned Muppets?
Yeah.
That disturbs me a little.
You don't think they actually skin Muppets to make the shoes, do you?
Who knows?
Oh, okay.
I mean, we don't have Jim Henson anymore. You can't protect them, so.
Aww. Well, on that note.
Oh, God, now I have to say this.
That's what I was like, that's.
All right, so here's the deal. Before we go, I have an announcement. This is my last day at G4. Yeah. And it's really hard saying this. So I'm actually working on 2 other projects right now. One of them not being The Voice, by the way. I tweeted this last week, 2 weeks ago, whatever. I'm no longer working on The Voice. I'm working on 2 other shows. I apologize that I'm about to be super vague, but neither of them have been announced yet, so I'm not allowed to go into specifics. So vaguely, this is what I'm doing. I'm working on a scripted series. So yes, I am acting.
Oh.
That's what you do when you act, right?
Is that
you hold a skull.
Is
That's
that a skull,
how it
the
works.
Shakespearean skull? Yeah.
I hope so, because that's what I've been doing on set. I'm actually the show I'm working on is I'm a huge fan of it, and I think everyone who's a fan of this network will be a fan of it too. And I'm also working on another show that's you kind of all know and love me from this network. So.
Well, if I may.
Yes.
Clearly, these projects will have a lot of fans, but you have a metric ton of fans from the G4 family and from the Attack of the Show family. And we actually wanted to take a second and look back at some of your finest moments.
Do they include a bikini in a Shark Tank?
Yeah.
I figured. You guys wanted to see me as Catwoman, so here I am as Catwoman. Maybe masturbation does cause blindness. I'm about to become shark food. I think I got it. Kevin, where did you get a target with my face on it? Wait, hold on.
Meow.
Good, Chris. That's how you do it. Well, thanks for the ride, G4.
Sarah Underwood. But the biggest thanks of all, Miss Allison Hayslip.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Seriously, everyone I'm working on the show and